Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, you may notice something different about me today. I'm starting the show off on a high note, my friend, much like Lefty at the Wells Fargo Championship. I'm going to start out really strong for this podcast, and I don't know how I'm going to finish. Let me just put it that way.
Oh, boy. I usually know how you're going to finish.
Exactly. So let's see. So I'll tell you what, Quail Hollow, man, that was a rough one for some of the guys over the weekend, hey?
Yeah, I mean, going into it, some people were saying, it's not that difficult, just a little long, this and that, but it proved to be pretty dang difficult, I think, right? Yeah.
It didn't look very easy. Well, I don't know. Day one, you got Lefty coming in with leading the tournament. So I'm like, I don't know if we got a resurgence of Phil. Is he back? Well, let's fast forward through to Sunday, and I'll say, maybe not. Maybe not. Hey, I do think the good news is, I think the Champions Tour, I think it's a 3-day event. So silver lining, maybe. I don't know. Maybe something to look forward to with the senior tour. But enough about Phil. Let's talk about the real winner over the weekend, Rory McIlroy. Man, I'll tell you, the luck of the Irish was there. I don't know. Is Rory back? I mean, he's obviously, he's no stranger to Quail Hollow. Is this his third win there, I believe? And
only places won 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah. So, he looked good. I mean, it was, he won it for the wifey, right? I mean, he's like, the only thing better than winning that tournament was winning it on Mother's Day. Exactly. So had the wife and the kid out there accepting the trophy. So he looked good, man. He looked
real good. Yeah.
We won't see him this week, obviously, at the Byron Nelson, but in 2 weeks heading to Kiowa, where it's another. That's a horse for the course right there. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm sure he's already the favorite for the PGA Championship. Can't imagine that he's not going to be, but yeah, it's good to see Rory in good fashion out there. So good to see him get another win under his belt. Probably stealing a little bit of Spieth Island's thunder, right? So it's like, hey, give me 2 stories that the PGA wants every week, and it's a winning Rory and a winning Jordan Spieth, and they've got both coming into the PGA Championship. I mean, they have got to be just salivating. It's like content. We don't have enough paper to write this shit down on. We've got so much content.
Hey, Jordan, get off my cloud.
It's there's not enough island on here. Not enough room on the island for both of us. There's a new sheriff in town. So yeah, so good to see Rory with the victory there at Quail Hollow. Definitely making a note there. You just got to play him every time. Who else? Keith Mitchell has been playing really good. Now he does, Quail Hollow. He sets up really well there. So, no secret, but that's 2 weeks in a row that Mitchell's played pretty good. So, it'll be interesting to see what he looks like coming into Dallas this week. So, I'm expecting probably some good results out of him. I don't know why we wouldn't get him. Going down the backstretch there, kind of hand in hand with Mitchell and McIlroy. So, and Abe Answer, man, what about Abe? That dude's, he's not a closer, I guess. Right. I don't know what it is about him. I mean, he'll pop for sure, man. I mean, there's just too much talent in that guy. So I'm imagining that he's going to get there, but just not really a closer.
He's been playing really well though. Really good golf by Abe. Yeah.
Absolutely. Your boy Javi.
Javi played well too, man. He's the one that said that the place I think he said it felt like a driving range or something on Wednesday, and then he goes out and shoots third. So yeah, whatever. Yeah.
But once again, man, looking real good out there. Why can't I see? You know why I can't see? Because he's not playing this week.
Did I get an official ruling on the one and done committee? Because I bet on Max Homa and I got Min Homa.
Well, what you should have bet on was how many tweets he was going to post after he had all that free time on the weekend, because it definitely looked a lot better than his score did.
I told you he and Finau were going to finish tied.
Yeah, they did. Finished tied for not making the cut.
Oh man, good gosh. Yeah, a bunch of guys didn't make the cut. It was rough out there.
It was rough. In fact, Rombo missed the cut this weekend.
That's a rarity. Yeah.
He is like Mr. T5 or better. So to see him not make it, Will Zalatoris, a lot of people were riding high on him coming into this thing. Didn't make it.
Fowler.
So, whoa, hold on. Now, I don't know if you listened to last week's show or not.
Oh, I don't get the feedback.
But I may have slipped a few things in about one Ricky Commercial Fowler that he wasn't. Who else missed? Jason Day missed. Sebastian Munoz. Hey, this is the one time that I didn't play Sebastian Munoz in my lineup that he missed a cut. So I don't know. Maybe looking that way this week. Hometown boy, they're close enough. Doc Redman misses the cut.
Yeah.
Who else didn't? Harry Higgs, man. Did you see him like quietening the crowd down on Friday? He makes his putt and everybody's, yelling and cheering for him. And he's like, yeah, get the hell out of here, man. I'm going home. Why are you cheering for me?
Gosh, man. Yeah, they got some superstars now on the PGA Tour. This, this DraftKings stuff and FanDuel or whatnot, it's been really good to a lot of guys like Max and Harry and all those guys. They're superstars now, superstars. Whereas if it wasn't for that, people would not know who Harry Higgs is. They would not know who Max, but they would know a little bit about Max.
Big sexy who? Is that his wrestling name? What is he on WWE? Who is that guy? So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. What else happened over the weekend? Oh, so the Walker Cup, by the way, Dan and I are still waiting on our invitation to play Seminole.
That's right.
So get that over to it. Hey, we're fine to play in the heat of the summertime. Totally cool with us. We're good with it. But
I truly believe the mail system's messing that up and we're just not getting the invitation. It's just
could be. Well, with all the people ordering from home, getting stuff delivered to their home, not shopping, it's probably getting misrouted somewhere.
We're probably just gonna have to just show up and say, hey, it got lost in the mail.
That's a good point.
We're here. Came all this way.
I'm going to let you do the talking on that. Let's see. So Walker Cup, congrats to the U.S. team. They played at Seminole. So hold on, little trivia here. We're not professionals. We're not experts, and in no way do we host any type of trivia events on any cadence. But do you know where the Walker Cup gets its name, Dan?
No.
Okay, you're going to love this. So George Herbert Walker, which is George W. It's his great grandfather. He was in the 20s. He was the commissioner of the PGA. And I guess he's the one that kind of got this thing started. So it's named after George W. or George H.W., whichever one. You want to go grandfather or great grandfather. He started the Walker Cup, and it's the top amateurs in the U.S. Pitted against the top amateurs from, definitely going to screw this up, but it's Ireland and the UK. I think I got the UK part right. I guess the fact of the matter is, like, they don't include anybody else. So nobody from the other, well, I shouldn't even say United Kingdom. I think it's Great Britain and Ireland, but they don't know Scotland or any of the other places haven't incorporated that yet. So they've still kept it to those two countries. Look for that to change soon. Nobody's going to stand for that in today's times. But yeah, so congrats to them. Let's see who else. Oh, wait a minute. So now, and I know you haven't, because I haven't been traveling a lot either since COVID. But prior to COVID, I mean, we traveled, I would say 3 out of the 4 weeks a month, right? And multiple airplanes and, booking your flights and getting your hotels and all that stuff. And it's a pain in the ass. I mean, it's not, everybody's like, oh my God, you get to travel for your job. That's so much for work. That must be so much fun. It's like, well, traveling for vacation is a lot of fun. Traveling for work, it's not so much fun. Well, for me, I'm speaking for myself only. But now Bryson, on the other hand, he must love to travel. He must love traveling. He must love it so much. He finishes his round on Friday, hops on a plane, and I don't know, mid-flight, whatever, he gets a ping, and he's like, "Hey, man, you're like T68, whatever he came in at." And he's like, "Really? Oh, okay. Well, what is? It's like, yeah, you're playing tomorrow."
Yeah.
And so touchdown in Dallas, and I did hear him on an interview. He did make the comment, well, at least I got a good workout in, that kind of thing. But so here's the one thing I didn't do. So you were sharing with me earlier that is it Wheels Up?
NetJet for him, I think.
NetJets. Okay. Well, hey, maybe not for long. So there's a 6-hour booking window, right? So you got to give him 6 hours notice. So when he lands in he lands in Dallas. He gets off. I think when he gets off the plane, he already knows that he's turning around and going back, right? But it's like, no, so. can't take you because you're inside of that 6-hour window. So he gets up at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning or something and flies back to Charlotte. So I would imagine that whoever does his contracts for him, I expect that there's somebody new doing his contracts for him now, because I mean, you're Bryson DeChambeau and you're carrying the NetJet name around on your bag. It's I'm thinking like somebody Sharpied that out and or got a piece of tape and they've got Wheels Up over that thing coming into the Byron Nelson Classic. Maybe not. Maybe it's like, hey, I get it. I understand. I got to sleep in my own bed, but I can't imagine that dude wasn't pissed at that, man.
Well, you got Bryson, who's known for being the scientist, and we've had some problems.
Hey, they've never made mention of him being a good travel agent.
It's true, but JT's had some troubles on the course with some slip of the language and stuff, and I think that the sponsors helped him with some classes to help better himself. Maybe either Monahan or DraftKings could help Bryson with math on what the cut line's going to be.
If you're considered a scientist, does that mean you're good at math? I mean, I think you have to kind of be okay at it. In some equation, I mean, math, it does come into play there, right? It's not just like, I only work with the human anatomy, and it's like, well, right, but I mean, you're still measuring stuff, and math has got to be like one of your top skill sets. We were talking last year about Brooks Koepka. And how he at one point in college took a 10-question true-false quiz to help to pass the course for the year. As the teacher's, okay, I'll do this for you, Brooks. And he got 100% wrong on the true-false test. Brooks, from my understanding, has never flown home not knowing that he had made the cut. Now, he may have got his schedule all screwed up, but he was still there and he didn't. Yeah. So I don't know. Hey, go figure on that one, man. I can't, that one gets me. Speaking of Brooks Koepka, we're not talking about him, but we are going to talk, but we are going to talk about the commercial man himself. The media mogul that also happens to be a PGA Tour professional, Ricky. Maybe I think there could be a changing of the guard here, especially if Homa keeps missing cuts. I mean, he's definitely going to be looking for some airtime. But Ricky Fowler, do you think the PGA? And I wish he would have made the cut, right? Because I think this kind of leaves a little bit more of it. It's like, I forgot to brush my teeth this morning. I'll be all right. And then you had you had the tuna salad for lunch. And it's like, shit, I really should have brushed my teeth because now it's just worse. But the PGA gives him an exemption for the PGA Championship. Mm-hmm. He misses the cut at Quail Hollow, where he actually has a really good track record at. Mm-hmm. I mean, generally speaking, he plays that course really well. I think he was +5 or something, when he missed the cut. May have been worse than that. The last I saw was +5. So was it good? Not even like an inkling of hope. Mm-mm. And so oddly enough, he is showing up in Texas this week at the Byron Nelson. And I bet he's kicking himself in the ass going like, why didn't I play Corrales? Why didn't I play the Dominican? Why didn't I play? Because we're going to talk about it in a minute. And this is one of the stronger fields that we've had on tour outside of a major. This is one of the stronger fields that we've had on tour this year. So, he's competing with people with there's a handful of guys that are in the top 10 in the field, and he ain't even in the top 100. And that's what he's competing against. So I don't know, what's his track record look like? Well, we'll talk about his track record in Texas golf in a bit. But I don't know. Maybe he's thinking could have been some better decisions there. But so here's the thing: he missed the cut at Quail Hollow, he depending on what he does, if he misses the cut at the Byron Nelson, when he walks up and he scans his badge to get into, you know what's going to happen when he shows up at the PGA and he takes his COVID test? Oh, sorry, Mr. Fowler. Oh, you didn't pass. And he's like, well, did I test positive for COVID? Well, we can't disclose that, but you didn't pass.
Oh, boy.
It's a get out of here. We made a mistake. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but
he's now 122nd in the world. He's between Lucas Glover and Robert Streb.
There you go.
And we root nothing but for Ricky. We want him to play well. We love seeing him out on the course. But, he needs to just listen to the show because we're giving him great advice here. Go play the tournaments that Stuart Sink plays.
Get Stuart. Tell your agent to get with Stuart Sink's agent.
Yeah.
Get the schedule. Book it.
Just all of those courses. Just all of those tournaments.
Book it, man. Yes. Just book it. Yeah. Book it. It's like, well, these two are back to back. It's like perfect. Book them.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, what are you doing, man? Come on. So, I want to see him on the weekend. I want to see him playing. I want to see him get back in the top whatever. I mean, that top 10, right? I want the guy to play well. I want to see him on. I think he's good for the tour. I like him on the tour, and everybody else likes him on the tour too. Yes. I mean, he's going to be, if he's not careful, he will be the lowest ranked player to have ever received the PIP incentive. Well, yeah, but I mean, it's true. Tell me it's not true. It's true.
Ricky might be getting a double PIP. He might be getting the player incentive program and a player improvement program.
Ooh. Hey, if you do that, we want credit for it, PGA. Like we did, I mean, you just mention our name, man. That's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do.
So it'll be interesing to see how he shows up this week. Long course, so it's we'll see where we get to there. Let's see what else is happening. So we talked about Hovland, talked about Fowler. We could talk about Fowler for another hour probably, but who's got time for that?
Roars goes back into the top 10. I think he was like 15th, and now he's back to like 8th, I think is where he's at now. Yeah, 7th. Yeah, so he was 15th last week, and now he's 7th. So
who do you bump out? Who
dropped out here? Like Webb was 6th. Now he's 10th.
Yeah, Webb was my neck, my back.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Hold on. And what's the deal with? So Webb had a neck thing. Oh, Brooks dropped out. Webb, he'll fix that this week.
Brooks went from 10th to 12th.
Yeah. So Webb had a neck thing going on that he couldn't play. Rory, he said on Wednesday, he's like, if I would have had a Thursday AM tee time, he's like, I wouldn't have been able to play. He's like, my neck was hurting. What's going on in Charlotte that's giving these people all these neck cramps?
I don't know. You're right. I mean, Rory's
maybe it was the wind. I saw it was windy. Maybe the wind was like blowing them, whipping them around, and I don't know, but that was it's like this neck thing because Koepka and DJ, they always go to the knee thing, and maybe they're like, well, we can't call it a knee thing because they're using the knee thing, so we're going to use the neck thing. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, it's like how random is it that two guys wind up with like, well, what happened? Is I don't know. I just got this thing in my neck. But I wonder if they were staying at the same house. Was it bad pillows?
That's what I was thinking.
They didn't have those adjustable mattresses.
Well, who travels with the mattress on the PGA Tour?
No,
Shrek. Louis O.
Does he?
Yeah, he has his own mattress. It goes from tournament to tournament.
Guess who never bitches about neck pain?
Louis O. Yeah.
We need to get the founder from My Pillow and Tempur-Pedic on to sponsor the show. No free advertisements. We will delete this. Do not contact us with sponsorship information. But just so you know, I think this is a great opportunity for you to partner with Birdies and Bourbon and the PGA Tour. Just saying.
They all have the little what's that thing called? The whoops on now.
Whoop band.
Yeah. They need like an official PGA pillow and hotel partner. And,
I wonder if the whoop band does it report on your neck injury?
I don't know.
Does it be like, whoa, easy, don't look around too fast. You'll throw a disc.
Must be. That'd be good.
Let's see. Oh, all right. So what else is happening in golf? So looking forward to to see in Monty at the Mitsubishi Electric Classic this week.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Dan and I will be there. We'll be at the Perch. Who are we going to see? Stillfire Brewing. We're going to sip on some of their beer and
Still pour or something like that. Slow pour.
slow pour. Yeah. And slow pour. So they've got a couple of brews they whipped up exclusively for the Mitsubishi Electric Classic. So
Going to be a good time.
yeah, looking forward to trying some of those. Hopefully we'll get a chance to chat with Smoltzy, Daily, definitely bringing some Stogs so we can share a pull with Miguel Angel Jimenez.
I don't think that Smoltz is going to grant your wish. And I know you really want to try to, like, hey, get the ball, I get the bat. And
No, I'm going to hit one. I'm going to hit one.
go to the range.
Give me like 65%. Give me 65%.
So you're going to be out there next to Miguel doing the warm up routine with your knees.
Oh yeah,
but it's not going to be for golf. It's going to be for you want to hit a double. Yeah,
exactly. I'll take a base hit at this point. I haven't swung a bat in a while. I'll take a base hit. So, but yeah, it should be fun with Monty.
Yeah, Ernie's going to be there.
Yeah.
Who else is going?
Retief's going to be there. McCarron. Furyk. Yeah, we got about. Hey, I'm wondering, I don't know, is Lefty going to show up? Is he making a pop-in appearance? Maybe.
I haven't heard. Yeah, I don't know.
Charlotte's not that far from Atlanta, and why go all the way back to California when you just got to come right back to the East Coast? So
yeah.
Maybe.
Exactly.
So it'll be a good time at TPC Sugarloaf. It looks like the weather in Atlanta today, it's been a little rainy and windy, but it's going to get better throughout the week. So we should have some good weather by the weekend. It shouldn't be too hot, so that'll be a bonus. We got to chat with friend of the show, PB Dye, next week. We're heading to Kiowa for the PGA Championship at the Ocean Course, so that should be fun. Getting some insider information from PB.
And you're actually going to be on site, right?
Well, so that's what I'm wondering. I don't know when we're going to do the show. We may postpone the show because I'm going to be there earlier in the week. So the show may come out. I don't know. We'll keep you updated on it, but we may do it. I don't know. I may just record at course. You never know. Why not? Yeah. But yeah, so we'll have PB on, and yeah, I'll be down in Kiowa for that. Let's see. Oh, so we got, if you don't follow us on Instagram or any social feed, we're at Birdies_Bourbon. We've got a pretty awesome giveaway going on our Instagram page. We got a bottle of Weller. We got some good, cool golf swag from mainly BW putters. We got some ball markers, some divot tools, and we got some cool swag from our friends at South Holston River Company up in East Tennessee. So a fishing outfit. Hey, if you don't want to play golf all the time, give these guys a call, and maybe you want to go on a little fishing trip, catch some trout.
It's a nice giveaway. We got a lot of really good comments about like, hey, that's really cool what you guys are doing.
Hey, yeah, we have, and that's that. Yeah, more importantly, thanks for everybody's participation. We really appreciate that. Helps the show, helps everybody, helps us spread the word about us, whether they want it or not. But yeah, be sure to check it out. Go enter I'm going to do the drawing on Friday. It is going to be random. You just make a comment with tag a friend. Every comment or tag is an entry. So that's going to be a cool one. And I'll get that out the following week to whoever the lucky winner is. What else is going on? So that's the giveaway piece.
So you did a little scotch tasting over the weekend.
I did do a scotch tasting. It was with, I should have mixed it up. I should be drinking the Ardbeg right now, and then I could have gone to the Texas whiskey after that. But yeah, I'm going to get some reviews out. So Armani and Jacob with that were kind of hosting the event at Tower Spirits. Really, really cool guys. I keep messing the name of that armored vehicle that they did. But so here's the backstory on that. So Ardbeg was doing this. They were going to do like a VIP event. So essentially they're pulling up in this, in this vehicle, and the back of it's kind of tricked out like a limo. If you, again, go to our Instagram page, Birdies_Bourbon, and you'll see it. So they've got like this whole scotch tasting set up in the back of the of the vehicle, and they were planning like they'd pick you up from the airport in it, and then, which I'm like, you're going to drive that armored assault vehicle to the airport? I don't know. But anyway, COVID kind of screwed. I know it's like, okay, but COVID screwed things up. So, you really couldn't do anything like that. So they were going to pick you up at the airport, and then they were going to drive you to the event that they were having. And then you got to kind of participate, do some scotch tasting, et cetera. All in all, it was fantastic. The scotch was good. I enjoyed it. And I've got I got to do a review on that. I haven't had a chance to put that out yet, but yeah, really cool. Thanks to the Badish group for reaching out for us on that one. And hopefully we're looking forward to getting in on some more of those. That was a really, really cool thing that we're doing. And by the way, the tour is not done. So check out, you can check out ardbeg.com. Or just check out our page, check out Ardbeg on Instagram, and you can see the other cities that they're going to. I think they started in Canada, and they're kind of working their way south. And Jacob was telling me he's the East Coast guy, so his next stop is Florida. I didn't get the details on it, but go check it out. Go drive by, get a Cool and Gray bottle. Yeah, pretty awesome event. And what's that? Oh, well, hold on. I know it's a golf and spirit show, but I gotta talk about it. First off, so what somebody commented on our YouTube page about my mint julep making session, and I guess he says or she, disclaimer, I don't know who it was, but they allegedly. They said, "Oh, this would have been great a week ago." And I'm like, "Well, okay, I get it to go along with the dirt," which I did. Hey, they must not follow us on Instagram, or they would have seen it prior to. Second, it doesn't have to be Kentucky Derby week to drink a mint julep. You can drink a mint julep anytime you want one. More importantly, now that it's we're not summer, springtime, the weather's getting nicer. I mean, a mint, that's a nice, refreshing cocktail on a nice spring day. So I understand where you're coming from, that it would have been more beneficial if you would have seen that prior to the Derby. So go follow us at Birdies_Bourbon on Instagram, and you'll get real-time information.
That's the most up-to-date is going to be Instagram.
It's going to be
so many freaking social things out there. We got to put all this stuff on.
It's going to be real-time. You could have been drinking mint juleps all week, man. Just saying. Which leads me to, I don't know. This is so we will get a new cocktail post out prior to the Preakness.
Yes.
So we'll put it on YouTube prior to the Preakness.
Yes, we will. We got you to that.
And so in case you didn't know what the Preakness cocktail was, it's called the Black Eye Susan. Now, I'm not a big vodka fan. As a matter of fact, I don't have, Dan, how many bottles are on this wall back here?
Hundreds.
Okay. So we'll go with hundreds. And there's not a single bottle of vodka on that wall. And the traditional Black Eyed Susan calls for vodka, and it also calls for sour mix. So I'm going to do a riff on a Black Eyed Susan, and I'll explain it all in the video about what I'm not putting in there. I don't know if I'm going to put gin in there or not, but I may sub like some rum for the vodka, or I may just go all bourbon, and because it's a vodka and bourbon based drink. I don't have any damn vodka, and I ain't going to buy a vodka. It's not going to happen. I'm not buying a bottle of vodka. There's no reason. There's no way. I mean, if I want to get dry, I'll just add more bourbon. That's right. I'm not a fan of sour mix from the aspect of, the sour mix in the store, sugar laden, tastes like shit, gives you heartburn, hangover the next day. I'm not going down that road. So I'm just going to use some lime juice and simple syrup. So I'm kind of going to create my own sour mix, but I have everything kind of laid out, easy enough to do, nothing complicated. And we will have it out before the Preakness. Don't you worry.
There you go.
Now, where I really want to go to is, Bob. Bob. He's done it again. Bob. Bob said this is unfair. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, this is only like his 27th accusation of doping horse. It's not, but I think it is like I think it's his 5th or 6th like formal accusation, if you will. I mean, they've filed a formal complaint against him because the horse didn't pass, right? And it's like, okay, well, what's the big deal about it? Well, the big deal is it's not safe for the horses because, I mean, horses are like people. And I'll explain that just briefly, but in a sense, right? I mean, it's like you hurt your leg, right? And you're like, oh, well, hey, I'm going to take some aspirin to kill the pain so I can go out or I hurt my back, right? But I'm going to play golf today. And it's like, well, you know what? I'll just take some aspirin, but I'm going to take it easy on my back and I'll swing easy or do whatever. Well, horses are horse doesn't think, oh, my leg hurts, I need to take it easy. The horse thinks, oh, I'm going to go harder because my leg doesn't hurt and I can go at full speed. So it is. I guess there are some drugs from a steroid standpoint where you could look at it that somebody's taking advantage of enhancing performance. But in some cases, you're masking an injury or what have you, so that the horse is performing at what it thinks is its normal cadence. And it's not a safe thing for them. And again, Bob said, wasn't me. I don't know. What's that horse's name?
Medina Spirit.
Medina Spirit. Yeah, they are he is slated to still run the Preakness. And as I was reading, the folks at Pimlico would have to issue, I guess, a don't show up warning that says, hey, you're out of. We pulled you out of the race. So I don't think he's given any money back yet. He hasn't actually been fined. It's just an accusation. They're going back and forth and retesting and all that stuff. It's like, hey, don't retest him until he's had enough time to get it out of his system, because if you do, it's a waste of time. So, so we got to play the waiting game. But, I guess the PSA on that is don't dope your horses, dope yourself.
There you go. And with that, we're going to get into our fantasy picks for the Byron Nelson, the AT&T Byron Nelson, when we come right back. Cheers.
Cheers.